So I took a nap after watching the last episode and before watching this one, and I had an anxiety dream that I wanted to finish these 3 episodes today, but I couldn't find anywhere to record. Every room I went to had a bunch of people in it, and they were talking real loud. They're making a bunch of noise. Like one room I went into was like a kitchen, and they were banging pots together and just screaming about ingredients. Next room I went to, they're setting it up for a conference. Somebody was about to give a speech, and people were all lined up in their chairs and stuff. I was like, well, I can't record in here. I had all my shit with me. I had like a computer in my hand, and I think I had some DVDs in my hand. I guess I was gonna watch this on DVD. And I'm like dragging all this shit around, trying to find a place to record. I'm choosing to interpret this not as a stress dream because this is later and I wanted to post it. I actually wanted to post this a couple days ago. Not that I choose to interpret this dream as I'm going to miss this series. That's probably not the correct interpretation, but that's how I choose to look at it. So, living a happy life through denial. I ain't going to miss this series though, man. This has been a lot. This has been very interesting. You know, the Brianna Brysand said that they think I'm going to enjoy the second series even more. Like, there's no question. I will absolutely 100% enjoy the second series more. But Brysand also said that they think Guy's Sensei humor is the best humor out there. It's super hilarious. And I don't feel the same way. So, what if the second series is a bunch of Guy Sensei humor and Rock Lee humor and, Tiny Dog like we saw in this one, and the tadpoles and, some of the other, the bleeding nose guy trying to look at chicks. He just kind of disappeared, didn't he? He came in, taught the lesson about walking on water, and he effed off, and we have not seen him since, which is probably a good thing because his humor was very small doses, right? What if it's all that crap? So, I love the show, but I love the show, I think, maybe in a different ways other people love the show. So maybe I love this show. What I love about this show doesn't translate to the next show. I don't know. Like, I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous about the second series. I'm sure it'll be fine. I hope. I say I'm sure, and then I say I hope, right? Contradictory. That shows my conflict. I know that I love this series. I don't know if I'm going to love the next one. So there's anxiety there, too, right? We'll see. I will be rewatching this series before I get to the next one. That'll be interesting, and that's a way to enjoy it again. I will say this is something I want to talk about in a couple episodes, but I'll put this here in case I forget, and when I get into editing, I'll remember to record about this. So it's mostly a message to myself, but also a foreshadowing for you about what you're going to get later. I don't know that this is a series that would be ruined by spoilers. I've talked about this before. There's only, that I've ever seen, half a dozen movies I think would be absolutely ruined if you got spoiled. Now, I want to avoid all spoilers all the time. Like, even seeing the dogs is a spoiler. First experience. But, upon reflection, looking back, having seen something, I don't know, man, because, it would have been terrible to have been spoiled on Choji. And to a lesser extent, Neji. That would have been terrible to be spoiled. If I had been spoiled that Sasuke was possibly going to do a heel turn, that's not a spoiler. I think it's very foreshadowed. I think there's so much there you could interpret that. You could forecast that. Fans watching week to week probably did who hadn't read the manga. They probably did forecast that. They probably did see it coming. It's there. It's foreshadowed. Hell, it was 5 shadowed, as far as I'm concerned. And what else would be spoiled here? The third Hokage dies. Like, would that ruin the experience? See, that's the thing. Yeah, finding out something before you're shown it. What my point is, I don't think that ruins the experience most of the time. I think Choji is just one thing. It would ruin that experience because I had a massive emotional reaction to that. That's the one thing that if I had been told that, it would have taken away from the experience. I don't think any of the rest of this it would have taken away. I don't think. I'd like to know what you think. Maybe it's been so long since you originally watched this, it's impossible to, like, for instance, I don't know that I could do this analysis on Lost. What would have ruined the experience or not? Because I saw it when it first aired 16 years ago. I've rewatched it 20 times since then. So I can't recapture my first experience watching it. I don't know what that was like. It may be that way for you. But I think this is my point in all saying this. Even though I've said, and I believe this is a plot driven show. This is more about the plot. It's more about the magic mechanics. It's more about the martial arts. And by that, I'm not just talking about kung fu, but I'm also just talking about like hand gestures as martial arts, like his body movements, right? It's that thing. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot to know. Some people, just from the hand movements, can probably figure out what magic somebody's about to do before they say it. Because you've seen this so many times, you've studied it so many times. It's plot driven, it's mechanics driven. Even though it's those things, the characters, you attach yourself to the characters in such a way, which is why, by the way, I love the filler episodes. Or I love is a strong word. I like the filler I've seen because I love the characters. So it gives me more time with the characters. If you Usually a character-driven story is the one where it doesn't matter if you get spoiled in the plot because you enjoy the characters. So that's why I say this is both. It's always a spectrum. This is a plot-driven show, but the characterization is so strong. It's both. Emphasis on plot, but still it's both. So yeah, I mean, just thinking about it, I think I can say with authority, this is not a show that can really be spoiled for people for the most part, with the exceptions I've talked about. Love to know what you think. All right, we're going on one. 3, 2, 1. I think the statues are getting nervous, assuming we don't blow them down, which is still possible. That's goddamn right that is. I'm glad they're not doing the flashbacks, but previously on, you know. So are you. Yeah. I'm gonna kick your ass in a friendly way. Yeah. That does seem like a repeat of what you said, though. But it doesn't seem the animation was the same. That's right. Kick his ass. Stomp him out. I guess we know which side I'm on. I thought I was probably always going to be on Naruto's side, but I try to be open minded in these situations. Yeah. Save your energy. Oh, I meant to talk about this. The end of the last episode. They're wasting energy by standing on the water. You're expending magic standing on the water. It'd be better if you're standing on the ground, so you wouldn't have to expend the magic to stand on the water. It may be a little bit, just a tiny bit, but at some point you run out. It's a finite resource, so it feels like a waste. Is all I'm saying. No big deal considering how much magic they're expending here, right? But it seems like every little bit would matter. It'd be like during a gunfight, every seventh time you shoot a bullet into the ground for no reason. That's kind of what this feels like. Who would do that? Like 1 out of 7 bullets isn't a big deal, but why would you do that, right? That's right. Look, God damn, he's kicking your ass. This is the best fight in the entire series. And as much as I'm shit talking the water about it not making sense, the water is a big reason why. Just how they're going through the mediums, they're up in the air, they're underwater, like it's just really cool, man. This is the best fight. The emotional stakes are also good. I'll beat the evil out of you, boy. Play along, or I'm going to kick your ass. More than I already have. God damn. You know his whiskers seem darker since he tapped into that energy? That's got to be on purpose, right? Ah, Jesus Christ. Why does he keep losing shit out of his bag? I guess for the dramatic effect, right? You need a better tool bag. He's gotten stuff stolen out of it. Probably the flap was loose because he'd been getting stuff stolen out of it. He does know what it's like to be close to people. He's like a brother. Another thing they're doing during this fight, they're touching every part of the previous series. You know, everything from earlier in the series, right? Like, the only thing they haven't touched is the bridge arc. It was kind of a sibling rivalry, wasn't it? Maybe he can talk him down from the ledge. I didn't think he could. I keep going back and forth. I really don't know what's going to happen here. He's going to beat the love into you. And I keep going back to this too. I don't think we saw this originally. This is just a flashback motif they keep going back to. Usually when they repeat clips, it's something from earlier in the show, right? Look at him. The hell you looking at? He might actually be able to talk him down. I think you talked him down, man. Oh no, never mind. I put on my ass kicking bandana. Well, you can't turn back if I break your back. That was just petty. Maybe I wanted to stay on the log, you know. I really like the pacing of this fight. Boom, 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 talk. Boom, 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 talk. You know, this has all been handled so well. Look at him all surprised. Uh huh. Don't put arbitrary rules on here. I could leave your forehead alone and still break every bone in your body. Again, mental warfare. Mental warfare. All the way to the end of the series, we're doing the mental warfare. He closed off the one thing that could have defeated him, which is talking. He knew because talking almost worked. So if we kept trying to talk to each other, you would win. So what does he do? He convinces you not to talk anymore. That's mental warfare. Like again, they keep doing that, man. Like it's never just about throwing punches. It's always about your mind against their mind. And Sasuke won that one. You better be able to see him. Looks like he did an Agent Smith upgrade. Or I guess that was actually Neo. Stop upgrading during the fight. Yeah. Curse mark versus curse mark, essentially. Can you feint where you're going to go? And he'll think you're going there? I guess not, because he would see that too. So we got to take out your eyes, huh? Right in the face. Yep. He's gonna see the bottom of the lake again. How many times have you been knocked into the ocean? Like I said, this adds a dimension to it. I like it. So how do you defeat him reading your movements? I don't know. I don't know what I would do. He's got the commercial to think about, though. Dude, you should be on treetops. I think you'd be faster. Of course, it's this dog. It would be him, wouldn't it? Another Star Wars reference. He can see through the clones, though, right? He knows what's real. Yeah, they're flying all over the place. I like how they're coming out, man. It's like he's dive bombing him. Get his ass. So I assume the clones have mass, right? Which means they have to expend their own chakra to stay on top of the water. Do they have their own chakra? I guess so. Or they don't have mass. Come down here, you little bitch. That's right. That's a lot of damn clones. Look at him. He definitely changed the rules again. I'm going to burn up your clones. Well, shit. It's really starting to get a dual fates vibe with this fire. Speaking of Star Wars. He was dive bombing him. I love it. Did I get him? That's going to be the question every time. Oh, there he is. So he was close to the front. You suck. Look, you made the rock molten. That's pretty damn hot, man. Human flesh would be scorched. Like, it would be gone. I said we were to stop talking. You threw him and you caught up with him. That feels like that definitely defies physics. I know we're talking about magic, but still, man. Gravity is immutable. Then again, we are talking about people who fly in the air and, run up trees. So, thank you for killing my clone. Now you feel like you're safe. I'm going to be right there. That definitely wasn't him if he's dead. Look at him. I ain't believe it. And not just because I know we got a second series. Story wise, it would make no sense. Uh oh. Maybe it is him and the wolf's going to revive him. Oh, Fox. Sorry, man. I meant Fox. I'm getting tired of you losing. I take what I want from you, and I don't even think about you the rest of the time. Damn, why I gotta be a twerp? So we did get resurrection. I forgot about the fox when it came to resurrections. I should have remembered. Because that's exactly what that was. That's right. Take this fox magic. I know he's really a demon. He was basically just was assuming the persona of a fox. He's a demon, right? But I'm going with what they're going with. He's unkillable, man. I thought you knew. You got to come harder than this. It took Jesus 3 days, bitch. That's right. Look at him. You're ready to take his lunch money now, man. He's on the ground crying. Oh, yeah, look at him. Straight fox. Hell yeah, I've been waiting all series for this. I knew it was going to happen. That's right. Get his ass. Yeah, I like these little logs they be standing on. He's on all fours. You're screwed. They keep changing the power. You're on the top, he's on the top, you're on the top, he's on the top. Right now, he's on top. He put it together. That's what made you so good. I was jealous of you for nothing. He's going full fox. Never go full fox. He don't care about your fire. He's made of fire, dude. What are you not seeing? Can you not process this? He's literally made out of foxfire, and you think you're going to send a firebolt at him. Boy, if you don't come up with something else, like, come on, man. You don't have to be a rocket surgeon for that. Yeah, how long is that going to happen? He sent a chakra hand at your ass. This was perfectly built up to this confrontation. We dealt with everybody else first. I was impatient for it to start because we knew it was going to happen. Timed out perfectly, paced perfectly, and it's been the best fight of the entire series. I'm not even a huge fight fan. It's fine. Lightsaber duels are fine. All this stuff's fine, but it's not the end all be all, right? It's about the characters. So I have to say though, this fight is about the characters. So he's got everything. Jesus, boy, you better run. That's right. Where you going, you little bitch? Come back here. Badass. Thinking you're facing down your own mortality right here. You better go full curse. That's right. He's coming for that ass. You think this is a game? Yeah, dodge this. Like I said, get back here. Pull him in for the punch. That's right. He's about to knock you into Mississippi. And Mississippi don't even exist in this world. They're going to come here with. You better have a body bag with you. You ain't coming to rescue nobody. The soundtrack knows what's up. Nope, there is. Then come on. Don't just talk about it. Yep, he's going full curse. Like I said, that was your only choice. Yeah, we'll see about that. Nice nose. Place cliffhanger here. Go on, we know it. We know what's about to happen. Even the music knew it. Like I said, it's all perfectly paced. Like I just top marks, man. I can't brag about it enough. There's been pacing issues elsewhere, like I said, but like nothing's perfect. But this, shit, this entire fight, what has it been now? Two full episodes? A little bit more, a little bit less. I'm not sure. I mean, I think they had some flashbacks in one of these. Whatever it was, it feels perfect. And it's the ebb and flow. It's the up and down. I'm on top, you're on top, and the medium through which they're fighting, and the way they both change. First, the environment changes, and they change. It's just all so well done, man. I can see why this was so popular. I'm a little confused on the chronology though. Like this came out first, right? Then the other one came out first because I think Goku was different. Was it? Dragon Ball Z came out first, and then they did the original Dragon Ball. I could be wrong. There was some anime. I can't remember which one it was. Might have been this one. Might have been Goku. Something else. Where what we now consider the chronological sequel came first. Then they went back and did another series that was basically a prequel. But now these days people watch them in the actual intended order, kind of like the Star Wars movies. If you think about it. Yeah, if you've never seen a Star Wars movie, you should start with the prequels. Some anime was out there. I don't want to get into the weeds about it, but I can't remember if it was this one or it was some other one. But anyway, the point is that it's so well executed, man. This has been top notch.